A normal backhand topspin stroke should involve bending your knees and positioned above your knees. Then, make contact with the ball to create a combined force. But do you all know why your long balls struggle against serves? It's actually because you're under pressure. This type of shot is a very typical situation where the long ball is pressured and can't generate power. The ball has arrived in front of you. Feeling pressured by a long ball is often due to a large swing action. Using a standard downward spin technique to handle baseline and long balls will inevitably result in feeling pressured. The swing must be compact. Find the right point of contact. Brushing forward will create an arc, so don't be afraid of the net. The threat of a long ball is not how much spin it has, but how fast it is, and how urgent it feels. Is it coming right at you? Yes. It makes your movement seem larger, but the actual movement isn't that big. So how can we make the opponent struggle with the serve? It has to be fast. It needs to have a strong concealment. How can I lift the ball from my backhand at the baseline? Your center of gravity must be lowered. We can't use a backhand push or attack to generate backspin. The racket must be positioned below the table to ensure there's space for upward friction. Then, meet the ball at its jumping point for forward friction. How can we generate spin in such a critical moment? The key point is to ensure that the wrist remains relaxed. This way, we can create more friction. If the wrist isn't relaxed, it's easy to hit the ball straight into the net, and then use the racket head to create friction. Both forehand and backhand are the same. So when I hit the ball, I rotate my wrist, rotate my forearm, rotate my paddle, tap the head, tap the face to create spin on the ball through friction after it makes contact. Let me show you all. I'll go slow. It actually generates friction like this. Ready? Look at the side view. Squat, down. One squat and one down, 2 words. First, lower your center of gravity and squat down. Second, we need to find our rhythm. When you look at me from the front, you can't see my shot. You can't see my stroke. There must be this amplitude if you're above the table. The arc is not complete, so the first reaction is to squat and lower. Second, when hitting the ball, I need to keep my wrist relaxed enough. Relax. And my racket face cannot be like this. The racket face should naturally angle downward. Then when hitting the ball, this is just using the wrist to generate friction without using the body's strength. When we train, we should first use this method to find the feeling of friction. The core of this action is that the racket head must point downward. Slow motion involves turning the wrist slowly like this. Accelerate the friction at the moment of contact with the ball and stop immediately afterward, as this makes it difficult to recover. If we push forward like this when hitting the ball, there won't be any friction action. We need to create this arc. I'll do it a little slower. Everyone take a look. 1, 0, ready to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop. From 0 to 10, from 0 to 10. Look. So for a standard backhand stroke, the movement of the upper arm should make up 20%, which is very important. What are we discussing now? The opponent's fast serve. At this moment, you should use less upper arm movement. So your support point should be on your forearm and your fingers on the wrist. For this type of long ball, we just need to use the strength of our forearm and wrist. The wrist should be fixed and there is no need to move the upper arm. Train in this way to master the feel, and the wrist must rotate, but we must not swing wildly. For balls with a strong contact point like this, we don't need to exert a lot of force. When we make contact, we must be bold enough to execute the brushing action and apply pressure. These 2 key phrases are crucial. What does it mean to dare to apply pressure while brushing? I need to apply force using my forearm below this area, whether it's my forehand or backhand. This action is particularly crucial. The key point of force isn't in the shoulder, nor in the upper arm. After making contact with the ball, the movement of the forearm is the same as the force generated by my forearm, of course. If one day you can relax your focus and then hit the ball well, that is the best choice. But this is also an emergency technique we use when receiving a fast ball. Everyone, take a look at Coach Xiaohan's racket One racket face is pressed against another. Personally, I think the racket face should be angled slightly. When you first start learning, you must keep your stance relatively open. This is the forehand stroke. You can only use this forehand stroke to pull the ball. You see? And step forward with the ball. Everyone pay close attention to my feet. For example, pulling like this, without using much strength. So how do I position my feet? First, I find the point with my right foot. After the ball comes, I step with my right foot to find the point. I will step forward with my right foot first. If the incoming ball is to the left, then I will step forward with my left leg, still ensuring I'm in the right position. If the incoming ball is usually on the backhand side, I will also step forward with my right foot and then rotate like this, not like this. So if the ball is in this position, my right foot moves from back to front. This position is where I make contact with the ball. The right foot steps forward. It's not like this. The target is like this, come. Pay attention to how Coach Han's foot locates the point and moves. Left foot on the left side of the table. For the ball in the middle, I also use the right foot. Actually, your right foot is in front of your left foot. It is in front of your left foot. So you are equivalent to what? Body twisting, and then using explosive power to twist it out. Otherwise, if you pull the ball like this, you will feel empty. Want to move your feet, move your feet. The ball comes suddenly, and then he steps first. Stepping with his right foot first, taking back the racket, and then making the shot. Good. Then the ball comes. Getting ready. If the opponent serves to my side, I will approach the ball. Get my stroke ready. Prepare myself. Then come back. Move, move, move. The opponent suddenly plays a short ball. Get your stroke ready. If he gives you a ball to the middle, move your feet, move your feet, move your feet. Parallel. He also needs to bring it from the back to the front. They become parallel in their footwork. Then shift the center of gravity onto the right leg. What are we afraid of pulling into? This is obviously a stance-based shot. The feet are grounded and rely solely on the arms. Move your feet. Find your center of gravity. From this angle, it's very clear. First move your feet, then your hands. Look at my right foot. Incoming ball. Let's see how to receive the long ball in the middle. Incoming ball, incoming ball, incoming ball. Right foot. So, what is the key point of this footwork? It's for positioning. Touch your left hand. He is equivalent to moving to the left front. Turn, 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 stop. He is equivalent to a forehand. What does he have? A curve. He is not pushed from back to front. Pushed from back to front. He needs a curve when executing the shot.
Read more about table tennis on my blog, PingSunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.